Good morning. It's 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It is Elite Dangerous and it's game on. Today we're gonna try very much the same as what we tried yesterday, and that is get some here. Calculating the route. I think this is a from the looks of it, planetary nebula. We'll see how the routing's. Here could be a lot further along. It's really right, so we did check out some of these, I believe, before I had to run yesterday. Although there is vanadium here, there really wasn't a lot. Terraforming. That one slide. So it is time to move on. Have to get started here first. Right, so we only got like 500 light years. That's kind of sad. Normally we get 5,000. So for the first half of this stream, we are going to try and have a good look at planets. And then for the second half, we're just gonna rush towards our target. So very interesting. Second look. But let's check out these planets anyway. I'm gonna scan the sun first, as it will give me an estimate of the Goldilocks zone. Uh, 611 to 1220 is the estimated Goldilocks zone. And put this first one actually smack dab in it, and this one just be aside. We might get 3 terraforming candidates in here. We'll see how it turns out. Alright, we're gonna do a loop of shame on the first one. Too busy checking other stuff. Alright. Bored of everything, I guess. And I wish I had a third monitor now, but so that was a terraforming candidate. Like we suspected. Over some of this stuff, but Just trying to arrange my ED discovery screen so that I have much space as I need for the things I need space for, which is listing out the planets. And moons with hailstorm. See how it turns out. We're gonna scan this and the moon. Really, there's no reason not to. This one was not a terraforming candidate. It does have vanadium, but it doesn't really have a lot of it. Not gonna consider that a candidate for resource extraction right now. I am surprised. We're scanning the next one because it might be, and also for the versus on the moon. But we're not really hopeful for contents on the moon. Fairly low. I guess I'm kind of hoping against the odds that this one is terraforming. That might be optimistic. Was it? I don't think it was. No vanadium on that moon. The other two we scanned earlier, the planet and the moon at 5.6 and 5.2, which is a little lower.
Frameshift drive charging.
Then I'm kind of aiming for. I know there are planets with 10 to 11. I think the highest ones are 11 according to the database. So I'm usually seeing 5. I know I've seen 9. So I know that the higher you can find them in higher values. So I'm kind of aiming for about 8%, which is halfway between what I see and the highest values. So that way I have at least some chance of finding something.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, First neutron star of the day. And all right, a little bit unusual, but I am gonna check out these planets around the neutron star after we've whoa, wait, what the didn't scan it. Amateur hour.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
And we did not guess it. Find that zip. We're just gonna need a little dip here to get supercharged.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
And then we're gonna go scan these two planets. You'd think after last week's disastrous events that would avoid neutron stars, but you really can't that. You do. I know it was unfortunate. It was pilot error. Doesn't matter if you try to blame one program or the other or whatever. It was my fault for doing what happened. And I've taken steps to prevent those types of accidents happening again. Decent amount of chromium. Well, yeah, last week we had two fabulous accidents. The first one was I accidentally disengaged cruise while inside our jet cone. That is not recommended. That is extremely hazardous. You do not want to do that. It totally ripped my ship apart. I would have died if FDev hadn't saved me. And that would have sent me 30,000 light years back to Earth. Then I had a second accident after that. It was also my fault. While I didn't directly actually do anything, I had it set up so it could happen, and that's something I take the blame for. I had voice attack set up to enable and disable flight assist on voice command. And in the middle of landing, trying to get some vanadium, voice attack thought that I said toggle flight assist. So it did,
Frameshift drive charging.
and I then lost control of the ship as I was coming in for landing. And I bounced off the surface twice. The first bounce killed my shield, the second bounce killed my ship. So then I was sent 33,000 light years back to Earth. And I had to start the trip to Beagle Point all over again after being past the halfway mark.
Fuel scooping complete.
That's frustrating, but it's like hump day. Yeah, that's officially over the hump of the week. The halfway point. It's a water world. Earth like 108, 335. I will just check out the two innermost here. They look the most interesting, even if they're not carrying vanadium. We are going for the Boy Scout badge. Two water worlds. That's fabulous. That one was a terraforming candidate. See what we got here. Yeah, it's it's sometimes very easy to forget cultural difference. That what is um, what is very normal and commonly understood in one culture is completely foreign in another. Even simple things like expressions and slang terms used for one thing. These are pretty close. Alright, so in the interest of scanning this neutron star is, by the way, not discovered by anyone else. Now it is mine. Alright, first we're gonna do the supercharge. This one has a nice long cone. We can stay reasonably safe distance. Absolutely safe out here at 40.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
Hold on.
Frameshift drive
There we go. I thought you were in England. I thought you'd be familiar with the English language as spoken there. I didn't think he had particularly difficult English. There are some streams I watch too that are English, and they do use terms and words and expressions. I'm like, what? And everybody's laughing, and I'm sitting there with like a big question mark. I'm like, I have no idea what you just talked about. But you got that, yeah. Even just like from profession to profession, you have, you know, your own sort of internal language. And I know I could see it on people's faces if I got too technical explaining something. With their servers or their storage or whatever. Just see their eyes just glaze over. It's like, I have no idea what you just said, but I'll just take your word for it that a petabyte is a big number. Yeah. uh, yeah, uh, I watch some real English people do some Gran Turismo streams every now and then, and they're usually in some sort of a party, and there's chatting going back and forth, and I'm like, I don't know what you're laughing at. That wasn't funny. It's like, yeah, it was. Sounds a little bit interesting. There was really much here. This planet being. See what that is. Yeah. Not an uncommon feeling. We're gonna fly over here. It is 28,000 light seconds. It should be pretty quick. Once we get that speed up. We're almost there. So we got a couple of planets looking good, and that's definitely. We're gonna give those guys a scan. We'll see if there's some vanadium on those inner two. Also on those moons. So we'll see what we can find. An interesting nebula over there. Kind of difficult to figure out what that is. Another one a little bit up at the clock. Further away. And did we overshoot it? Yeah, we did. Alright. Attracted by shiny things. That was fun. That was this one. That's a terraforming candidate. Gives me high hopes for this one. I think I want to do the one on right afterward. One has a no, not even close. I'm like 50,000 light years away. Another terraforming camp. Stuff. Yeah, I was about halfway to Beagle Point when I died a horrible death. So I had to start all over. So yeah, right now I'm looking for I'm looking for planets with vanadium on them. This one has vanadium. Yeah, a lot of it. We're gonna check out those two planets in here. Well, I did change the configuration on my controller, so I don't have any way of disengaging from Super Cruise without reaching out for the keyboard. And since I rarely ever have a need to do that, that's fine. I mean, we have to at some point stop and do repairs on the frameshift drive. Looks like soon. That one. One. So there's some terraforming candidates down here. So this is yeah, it's great when you can do that. I've had days like that where you go. I think when I was looking at the average, I had an average of over 100 light years per jump, which clearly was due to lots of stars. There's no wear on the power plant unless you have accidents. That I'm aware of. So I'm not really worried about it, no. If you have an unfortunate base plant, an emergency exit from Super Cruise, you may take damage on a power plant. But other than that, there doesn't seem to be any normal there doesn't seem to be any wear and tear on it, just through normal jumping. But unfortunately, yeah, it is the one thing that can't be repaired. So gotta take care and not crash into stuff. I know that's not a terraforming candidate turning up. Awesome. That is a water world. Yeah, I think the only thing that has wear and tear on it, and I know I've only flown 14,000 light years on this, and everything is at 100% except for the frameshift drive. So there's no wear and tear on anything other than the frameshift drive and the ship integrity. The ship integrity was what was worried me the most because it drops considerably and it seems to be kind of on a negative exponential curve. But I guess just it just makes your hull weaker. It doesn't damage your hull. So even at 0 integrity, you'll have hull is still fine. It's weakened. I'm not as worried about that. But yeah, if you do have too many emergency exits from Super Cruise, you do have too many emergency exits from Super Cruise, either through getting too close to a star or a planet, or too fast into a planet, then that might damage the modules, including the power plant. So my advice is to avoid that. And I know that's easy to say, but I do expect that along the way I'll have a faceplant or two. I don't get too much trouble from that. Well, I've turned off white dwarfs. And I won't say that I've mastered neutron stars, but I've learned enough about it to be extremely cautious. So I'm not really afraid of that. White dwarfs comes in too many different sizes, so it's difficult to know what kind of distance to keep from them. Alright, so this is a 2 million credit system, guys, in case you go here. So with neutron stars, I basically say I will not get closer than 0.2 light seconds. And as long as I stick to that, I'm safe. And I know that with some of them you can get down to as far as 0.16 without having an incident. But I'm trying very hard to not get down past 0.2, and if I see that it gets towards that, then I'll make course adjustments to try and get back out. It's not worth it. Well, neutron stars. With neutron stars, it is worth it to take, you know, the slight risk of going in there. With white dwarfs, it's not, because I don't know what that limit is, and the limit's gonna be different from every star, so it's not worth it. Ooh, was that a terraforming candidate as well? How far out to the last one? No, white dwarfs are not worth it. I totally agree. They give very little boost, and because you don't know what kind of safety distance you need to keep, it's too much of a hassle. Which is why come on, man. Oh, where's my pointer? Alright, so this is a bug where all this stuff. I've disabled white dwarfs here. I don't even want to go there. I'll do all the other ones. Carbon stars, wolf raid stars, and non-sequence stars. Proto stars, there's no point. There's nothing to gain from there. What of these guys? It's gonna be replotting the route now, because there is definitely a bug with the galaxy map. You go into the galaxy map after getting the super charge. Yeah, I figured I'd just avoid them altogether, just like the red dwarfs. I don't know, maybe I'll put the red dwarfs back on. Just I'm mapping up like 10,000 light years in a section here, and if I have to go in and turn off the jet cone thing, then it has to recalculate, and that takes a lot of effort. Not on my end, but the computer's really sluggish when it has to calculate all that. Alright, this is a 2.5 million credit system. Actually, it's 2.6 in case you're counting. It's not super duper, but it is still great. Give me a second. I have a post up. So, a lot of people talk about road to riches. There seems to be like two different things. There seems to be two different things, kind of, that's called road to riches. One seems to be a very specific route from one star system to another following a specific path. And the second one is the link that I just posted. The link that I just posted will allow you to there's two different methods. One is find all the valuable planets within a given range of a given system. And the second one is like a straight line mode where you say source and destination, and then it will find you all the valuable planets within a certain deviation from a straight path between source and destination. And that is very helpful even if you're in the bubble. It will tell you where all the valuable planets to scan, where they all are located. So I do that sometimes. I just put in the system where I'm at, and then I fly around to the first 10 or whatever and scan them and grab me some cash. One of the systems that I found on my way before I died, it had 10 high value planets. I have no idea what the value of it was. It was one Earth-like, 2 water worlds, and 7 terraforming candidate high metal content worlds. Of course, I lost all those credits. It's in EDSM somewhere. Alright, did I honk in here or did I not? I don't see any signs of anything. Alright, that's just some sun. Care about them.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, I might try the well, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. It could be interesting to try and find some places along the way. But I think that we'll have enough discoveries along the way to at least for me to get to the elite status for exploration. So I kind of wanna, but I kind of don't. I'm gonna skip this one.
Frameshift drive charging.
Okay. Alright, so it looks like a neutron star jump takes about 1 point off your FSD. So I'm gonna do I'm gonna do this jump. And then I'm gonna repair once we get to our destination, assuming our destination is not another neutron star. Okay, this is kind of scary. Where the hell are we? uh, oh, I haven't looked. There's a neutron star. What is it orbiting? It just... Don't like this at all. I haven't checked and see. I was on there a little bit to look, but really checking to see where people were other than myself. I know I have a long way to go. So I don't like being dropped this far from the neutron star. This is now I had to fly over there, and that's a whole different. Beast.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
Ah, gotta double dip again. Yeah, maybe best to maybe take a break from it. Gonna hang out there until January. At least I can play on the PS. Alright, we're gonna dip our toes in one more time.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Is there anything worth scanning here at all? There's a lot of moves. All right, so we're still in the first half, so let's do this. We're gonna populate the database with materials. No, the habitable zone around this neutron star is 13,000 to 6,000. But that does look like an interesting lava planet. Too bad we can't land on it. But we're mostly interested in scanning the moons just to populate the database with uh, materials in case somebody around here are looking for it. Yeah, that's that is the habitable zone on the neutron stars, 13,000. The other ones are really tiny. 29 and 70. So they're really tiny on those small dwarf planets, dwarf stars. Where are we? Okay, 170. So, yeah, this neutron star is apparently very hot and nasty. So it has a habitable zone is very far away. Huh. Yeah, the only ones I found I think was the Holy Twins. That wasn't even my discovery. Impressive ring around this around this guy. Yeah, I'm curious how realistic that is though. And I know it's not something that figure out, I guess. Don't really have the capacity to really examine that in the real world very well at this point. Yeah, I think what they said about the Holy Twins was that they had a very strong magnetic field that sort of took care of radiation. From the neutron star. And I mean, that's gonna have to be the same for pretty much every Earth-like world. Needs that magnetic field to deflect the radiation from the sun. Get this. Alright, actually no. I think I'm fine to the Yeah, I don't really know what kind of shielding they have for radioactivity here on the... or any kind of radiation. Like all kinds of shit coming out of the star, so... About, and also some of the planets. And if the beginning of the habitable zone around a neutron star is at 13,000 light seconds, then how cooked are you gonna get when you're sitting 0.2 light seconds away from it? I mean, not sure if the heat is the biggest problem or just, all the other radiation. I'm not even sure what the radiation is coming out of those stars. But I don't know if I want to be shielded by the lowest bidder. Yeah, I've seen that too. It's the heat is just immense. I haven't really looked to see what the gas giant has. Temperatures, if that's even listed. But I know the little flowchart thing they showed on the on that episode from Frontier about how they generated the universe or the galaxy. There was a one of the little things on the flowchart. There was is the gas giant hot enough to catch fire, basically? And if it said yes, then it turned into a brown dwarf, I guess, rather than a gas giant. So that's kind of a strange little thing. Oh, I don't want to slow down. I want to accelerate. Alright, we're gonna go out to the planet way out here. Scan it. Well, there is also, of course, the gas giant with the most. We'll have a look at that one as well. And that will probably wrap up the detailed exploration of today. We didn't find the vanadium that we needed. It's not a crisis. Both of them are full, I believe. Or close to it. And it doesn't take that many fixes. Or many doesn't take a lot of refills. Repair it. But we can certainly keep an eye on that. We got probably 9 points that we're gonna have to repair. Yeah, that wasn't really anything actually. And this one, of course, is outside of the solar system. So we know we got 6,700 I don't know what they call it, and we do have probably 9 points to repair, so we can do some math. Figure out how many How many units per point? I don't think there's any difference between this one and this one other than how much it carries. I think a point, I think the fuel thing or whatever for these guys are going to be repairing the same. Same amount. The small unit has the accelerated refills on it, so people repair stuff faster. Let's say for temperatures here. 1300 Kelvin. 1000 Kelvin. 1000. 2000 Kelvin. The neutron star is 8.3 million kelvins. Alright, so here you see the difference. While this is a red dwarf, it's a kind of a cool star. It's 2,400 kelvins. This one is 3,000 kelvins. This is 8.3 million kelvins. It's a whole different it's not even the same ballpark. It's a different ballpark in a different city. All right, we scan that. I was hoping a fast scan was faster. But it's also very dependent on size. Lots of moons in here. So we're just gonna them all off. Right, I think I'm gonna go around this circle. Go around the circle, the orbit circle here for all of them. And we should catch them as we see them. There might still be some pairs. Look at that. No, there was more. This looks like it might be 3 altogether. Yeah, field. Excellent. That makes it up easy. I haven't really looked into what the Jumponium really is. But we have scanned everything here. Jump out 115 light years. That's just at 930, which is kind of the halfway mark. Focus more on jumping going forward, less on exploring. Gotta put some miles on this sucker. We've only done about 1,000 light years, 908. So that'll be 1,100 now once we get out of here. Yeah, no, I know what the Jumponium is. I know it's the boost for the SSD drive. I mean, I haven't looked into what materials that would be.
Fuel scooping complete.
We're gonna check our. Right, so we didn't actually hit a point on that. We're gonna drop out here. And we are going to repair shift drive. So what? That's 321 divided by 8. 6700 by 8. So it takes about 40 units. 40 units per point to repair this frameshift drive. That's not entirely bad. Alright, synthesis. Alright, so it is vanadium and germanium. So vanadium is actually very important to find. Also cadmium and niobium. And polonium. I have no polonium. Also interesting, vanadium and germanium are common in the first two, but are not in the last one.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, so we're gonna try and put some miles on this thing. I don't think we're gonna get up to that planetary nebula today. That's a little bit optimistic.
Fuel skipping.
So that will probably be Friday. Or tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be... I know I tried to mix it up with one and the other, but I'm so far behind right now. I have so far to go, and I lost a lot of time, so... So I'm kind of feeling a little bit like almost concerned about getting there on time, unless I put in some of the time. Alright, we'll have a look here and see. We got 2 planets here. Only one. This one could be a terraforming candidate. But we'll see. First we gotta get in here and supercharge. Guy has a nice big cone.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Alright. We'll check these 2 out. I'm surprised a little bit. that there are seemingly so many neutron stars. Surface temperature 3.3 million Kelvin. So it's still. And we didn't check on that other star we just had. But neutron star seems to be in a whole different. I guess we're kind of lucky that these two seems to be kind of close together. Or at least not on opposite sides of the sun. That was just a regular high metal content world. This one could be a terraforming candidate. So I guess they found Commander Jameson's ship, and apparently a log along with it. That was a terraforming candidate, by the way. I don't think it was more than that. So the last words of Commander Jameson has been found.
Frameshift drive charging.
Mr. Mui, that's how you pronounce his name, has a recording of that on his stream from yesterday. It's all the way at the beginning.
4, 3, 2.
In case you want to catch that. So it looks like Commander Jameson set up. I didn't catch the whole thing because I was kind of working on getting set up for my stream here, and no, I know we said 721 1400. That's really the these two could be terraforming candidates. This one's going to be too hot, or could have vanadium. So I'm gonna have to do a scanning here, guys. This one was just too good to pass up. I also wanted to check the temperature of the star, just so we can have a sort of reference.
Fuel treatment complete.
Yeah, and it also depends on the type of planet. water worlds are a little bit more flexible on the zone, and methane worlds are even more flexible, especially on the being on the cold side. So the numbers from 80 Discovery is just it's a guide, not an absolute. Alright, so there is vanadium on that moon. Temperature on this star is 7,000 kelvins. Hey, look at that, 8.6% vanadium. That's what I've been looking for all this time. I'm gonna have to hit that. I think. Would it be silly to give that one up and just wait for the next one? Yeah, I think we're gonna just wait for the next one. The fact that we found one shows that they're here, and it also shows that it's not just planets, it's also moons, which I don't know. Yeah. There's also vanadium on this planet. So I'm a little only 5.8. But I think I'm gonna stick to the kind of the schedule, because landing right now is gonna take half an hour with the SRV. Get some vanadium. We'll wait for the next one. We got 50,000 light years to find some, so I'm not. I'm not very worried. We'll find some. But it is interesting though that this was a K-class star. Seems that they're maybe we've seen more vanadium K-class stars than but 8.6 is pretty high. And it also seems the places to look are outcrops, not necessarily the 75. Well, we did save that one. So I think it's going to take us too long. We're going to spend too much time. So I think we're going to skip the SRE. Just we'll wait until we find one inside the exploration window. Still haven't really found any big money makers here. Vanadium, cadmium, niobium, and polonium. So that is a big jumponium. One has 2% arsenic. 10% chromium. I think that's pretty good. 10%. Forgot it was flying, yeah. I was looking for volcanism. I only saw some on that one planet. Still no still no big payouts on this one, but this looks like a water world. And it is inside. Yeah, I know. There's only one way, and that's called luck. Just gotta get down there and fly around and see if you can spot it. Yeah, I know. I kind of tried it too, but the only time I've had any luck is when I had the coordinates of someone else. We're just gonna have to uh, open pray that will actually happen upon it. Mostly because, well, we might be able to find a lot more mineable rock formations on the geysers to get the materials for. That was indeed a water world, and it was a terraforming candidate. I think price tag on this system just went through the roof, so terrestrial water world candidate for terraform. We're gonna check out this one. We're gonna skip the gas giant unless it's close to the other planet. I don't think it's going to be. Yeah. That's not a bad idea, though. I wonder. I know we can find out stuff through EDSM. You can look for systems with volcanic activity, and we can try and figure out what's on them and where to go and see if they'll fall inside our route, because I know that there's a lot of discovered planets out this way, even if there's a lot of discovered country out here. There's still Gymponium systems and other geyser activities logged. Maybe we're lucky and find one of those our way. I'll see what I can do in ADSM later. This one doesn't really seem to be of anything. It's just gonna bring our scan value over 1,000,000 credits. That's all, I think. Yep. So I guess the assumption that the materials, there was less materials on the moons, was wrong. So we're gonna have to keep an eye out for that as well. So we've done 1400 light years in 14 jumps. That's 100 light years per jump, is it not? And that average is going to drop until we find another neutron star.
Fuel scooping complete.
Right, so at this point I'm really only going for water worlds and Earth likes and, you know, the big payouts. I'm not scanning everything. I need to get some need to put some miles between us and the Earth. I thought I picked it.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
I think we
Frameshift drive charging.
I love these 215 light year jumps.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
I may have to check and see how much space ED Discovery is taking here.
Frameshift drive charging.
Because it's syncing with EDSM. And it just said it synced like 16 million systems. That's got to be a lot of data to have or locally.
Fuel scooping.
This
Fuel
is
scooping complete.
We're just jumping right now, trying to get to Beagle Point.
Frameshift drive charging.
This is going to need another few jumps. We haven't gotten very far. We had to restart because of pilot errors. So we are now sort of at the tail end of the
Fuel scooping.
exploration party here.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive
Not today.
charging.
Here comes another neutron star. Get some more miles on the. And we'll cross the less than 50,000 light years to go. Get out here. Once we get out of the next jump. $5.7 million Kelvin. That's pretty damn hot. Here we go. Come on. Hit.
Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged. Frameshift drive charging.
So yeah, right now we're not doing a lot of detail exploring. We're just honking and jumping. Gonna try and make a dent in that distance to Beagle Point.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Not a lot to see here.
Frameshift drive charging.
Still averaging about 100 light years per jump. Bad.
Fuel scooping. Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, just in time. Another neutron star. I'm gonna have to take a look at the galaxy map. See where they are. I think we're gonna cross the route between Polonia and Sagittarius A. Rip here. Right, so 918.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
Come on, supercharge.
Frameshift drive supercharged.
There we go. Alright, let's have a look to see where we are. I don't know what it's doing. Look at that. And alright, we gotta stop doing this. Alright, we're still a long way away from Sagittarius A. But this, which is our destination, is gonna be just a little bit north of the path from Sagittarius A to Polonia. So we're gonna go up this way. I'm gonna visit this one. We'll have to consider this one is a little bit of out there. Then we'll go up and up to Beagle Point. So it is a long way to go.
Frameshift drive charging.
And another neutron star. Uh, 96 jumps is too much for too much for today. Alright, lots of stuff in here for us to stop and have a look though.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Alright, here we go again.
Frameshift drive charging.
I didn't check and see what this was. Looks like a regular star.
Fuel scooping.
Yeah, we're gonna need a good fuel scoop here. Try and keep it in the 800s, but not go crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Fuel scooping complete.
Thank you for subscribing, Jim Vernet. Appreciate that. I try to do elite streams every day. Yeah, go ahead. Berthoff Cooper.
Frameshift drive charging.
I don't know if I have anyone else on right now. No. Nobody else is on right now.
Frameshift drive charging.
Scoop some fuel. And
Fuel scooping complete.
then we're going to have a look at the system just because alright, that's a lot of gas giants. Too far out to be habitable. Think 3,000 light seconds. I think I'll tag the star so I get that. No. That's a high metal content. Nothing special about that one. The only other one is this one, which is the same thing. So nothing out of the ordinary there.
Frameshift drive charging.
I'd really like to go like another 4,000 light years. We've only done 2,700 so far, but we've been taking it very slow. I made a few neutron stars. Guess that shouldn't be. Overly optimistic. I might even extend time a little.
Frameshift drive charging.
If it looks like we're gonna make it. Alright, it looks more like 3,200 rather than 4,000. I just want to get like 20,000 light years from Earth. It's, you know, it's the next milestone, I guess, call it.
Fuel sweeping. Fuel sweeping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
And just like that, we get another neutron star. Should also track damage on the FSD per neutron star jump. It doesn't seem to be a full point. Be a little bit less. So, okay. Fairly big cone on this guy.
Warning. Frameshift drive operating.
Yeah, don't throw me out yet.
Frameshift drive supercharged.
There we go.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh. Ooh, straight to another neutron star. So I'm a little bit less obsessive compulsive about my fuel. Normally I'm panicking, but now. But not today. Feeling good. Got a good distance to the star. Get in there.
Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Oh, my, now we're right in the middle of it too. Alright. Why are we only going 153 light years? That's not right, man. There is no need to go 150 when we can go 250. And I know I said we wouldn't go in here when we had this boost thing on. Alright, something's wrong. Alright, it's still plotting a new route. Alright, there we go. 210. Alright, this makes me a little easy, but we can always jump out to the nearest movable star and then go back. Because I'm not gonna have enough fuel even if I supercharge here to go 200 years. So I'm gonna do cardinal sin again. I'm gonna jump right next door, and we're gonna fill her up. Then we can go back. This is gonna hurt our average.
Frameshift drive charging.
Nothing I can do. I don't have enough fuel for another jump. Alright, I'm gonna let that go. And then we're gonna jump right back to that neutron star after all step to the side to get fuel.
Frameshift drive charging.
I'm gonna have to recalculate again after this, but it is what it is. this is the fastest way. Yes. Alright, well, we've been here once before, so everything is scanned, everything is ready to go. Gonna get in there, get supercharged.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Yeah. It would. I don't know what's going on. I don't recall there being a recent update, but it feels like the routing is a lot slower now. Must be. Yeah, but I also get a lot less range. Well, I can do 4 jumps. No, it's not. But it's very rare that I would be able to string together that many neutron stars anyway. Alright. And we go back here. It won't use more than 8 tons of fuel per jump, so I have 4 jumps in the tank.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, so we are getting straight on a neutron path here. I don't know if the AI will tell me. Yeah, it does. If we get jumps like that, we can do 4. but I wouldn't feel comfortable doing. And I don't know, I think the formula is also a little bit more complicated than that. Because your range goes down, but your fuel use stays the same. Simply because it takes more energy to move. It takes more energy to move, you know, 620 tons than it takes to move 500 tons. So I was just saying about stringing together neutron stars, and I guess now we are. There is another star in here. Could theoretically could have, if it went closer, looped it. But we're not gonna. Alright, so at 215 is very close to my maximum. This should take almost 8 tons of fuel. I do have enough fuel for the, well, I would have had enough fuel for another jump, but I would have been too close for comfort for me at least. I know I can stop and scoop, but I don't really want to do that.
Frameshift drive charging.
All right, we're gonna have a second look here. That was a lot of blue. That was a lot of blue. That one is just inside. Just too close. This one is inside the range. That one is just outside. This one. The most. That is a water world. Let's get it. There is this thing that says set ship details. Trip computer, but I don't see anyone do that. Kind of frustrating. Oh, it was a water world. Really? It wasn't really worth the trip. And now it's kind of there's no more neutron stars. Alright, so I've jumped about 4,000 light years so far. I want to get another 2,000 light years, but I don't think I'm gonna make it. I tried to go for another half an hour beyond what was planned. But unless I get some neutron stars. I mean, 2,000 light years is 10 neutron. 9, but oh, it's pretty far. There is a neutron star coming up now, I guess. That's short jump.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
So, fuel usage by distance appears to be some sort of exponential formula. Because we just jumped more than half of our max distance and used a lot less than half of our fuel allowance for jump. So it's not a one-to-one relation distance fuel use. One thing I didn't check out was if I had
Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond
if I had
safety
gotten
limits.
the
Frameshift
max
drive supercharged.
come on, get out. If I had gotten the max fuel usage per jump from up from 8 tons to like 8.4 or 8.5 or whatever, would that also have allowed me longer jumps? Even if it would reduce the
Frameshift drive charging.
this is getting it's doing it again. Why is it taking 133 light year jump when it can go 200? And I mean, it's not even going to another neutron star, it's just going to a regular star. And it wants me to refuel before going to this. Well, I'm not gonna. Alright, we'll just set the course directly for this
Frameshift
part.
drive charging.
Well, it could have been that You know, there's gonna be a string of neutron stars coming up now, so we'll see what happens. Oh, it's really gonna be stressing. Right now. Light years, something.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Alright, we're gonna do the jump, and unless this is a neutron star,
Frameshift drive
it is a
charging.
neutron star. Wow. We're gonna have to fix our FSD again. I don't like it dropping below 90. Again, just a OCD thing, and I need to get things repaired. There's lots of undiscovered new. Hey, this one is kind of cool. It's only 2.5 million. Is there anything else interesting in here? No. A couple of stars. Too far away for me to go and scoop them. Alright. Let's get in there and see what we can find. Here we go.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Alright, come on buddy, get out. Out. There we go.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright. Great. Getting in some good distance here. Good morning, Commander. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing fine on this wonderful Wednesday.
Fuel skipping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
All right. Went from like 90 to 88. Right. Gonna repair it. There isn't anything else that needs repairing. Good evening to you too, Mickey. Welcome to the stream. We're on our way to Beagle Point. Gonna go a little bit faster than 200 meters per second, but here our frame shift right first.
Module repaired.
Thank you, lady. Alright, let's see where in the world we are. That one's fine, that one's fine. We are now right outside the core. Still on the wrong side of it though, but only 6 light years. Stuff. I have to figure out why that's on. I don't remember them all. Alright, drive has booted up. Right, seatbelts on, here we go.
Frameshift drive charging.
Right back on the Neutron Star Highway. I might actually make it to the 20,000 light years from Earth. We'll have to see. Yeah, that poor planet is getting cooked.
Warning. Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Alright, supercharge.
Frameshift drive charging.
This is gonna take us closer to our Goal here of 20,000.
Fuel skipping.
Yeah, 988 light years before we hit that 20,000 milestone. I think I honked twice. Just have it.
Fuel skipping complete.
Okay.
Frameshift drive charging.
Still way too far to our destination. There's 70 jumps. That's a whole day right there. But we're gonna go a little bit further. Normally I would have ended here around 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, but I'll put in extra. See if we can get
Fuel skipping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
a bit further. That's gonna put us at 9. Just about 900 light years to go, and then we get 200 light years out of the jump, which brings us down to 700. That's definitely doable here. Get 2 neutron stars in a row, and we'll distance half. Okay. Ah, 3,000. Good. Oh, that's not that. That one. All right. We're not gonna bother. All right, here we go.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged. Frameshift drive charging.
Eh. Too much drafts to get 2 neutron stars in a row. They'll stand a pretty good luck at finding at least one more.
4, 3, 2.
back. I want a full tank.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, I guess that wasn't. Alright, that was jump number 50.
Fuel scooping complete.
And we've done 5,300 light years. For a 100 light year average jump.
Frameshift drive charging.
And here comes another neutron star. Alright, and a bunch of stars. Those are they. Can I scoop? Oh, I can. That is too far away for. Oh, it really isn't, but unless it.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Alright, so we got. Where are we at? 19.3?
Frameshift drive charging.
19. 5, 6, 7. So definitely 20,000 light years from Earth is definitely gonna be a possibility. You only got 418 light years to go. Only 418 light years. That is not too much. We are. We are, of course, on a direct route away from Earth, but we're not on the direct route right now towards Beagle Point. We're kind of veering off the westward. So we will adjust that after our waypoint at that planetary nebula.
Frameshift drive
Oh, I was
charging.
hoping for another star. There's just so many numbers now, I can't even do the math anymore.
Fuel scooping.
And I know I'm pretty bad, I'm not even looking to see if I find the water world, so
Fuel scooping complete.
I'm just jumping.
Frameshift drive charging.
Right, well it looks like it's not gonna give us any more neutral stars. Ah. Good morning, Commander. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the subscription. I saw you subscribed a little bit earlier, yesterday perhaps.
Fuel scooping complete.
Alright, how are we doing? Yeah, another 250 light years. Get another 250 light years. Get 20,000 light years from Earth.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, a Class B. That's a. We haven't seen it those all day. That will be a change of pace.
Fuel scooping.
Got some planets around here, so
Fuel scooping complete.
so you're the one who made it. Yeah, somebody pointed that out earlier, that it looked like somebody else had gotten there. I didn't look at the status. That's a long ways. So what, are you gonna wait there for the rest of us to arrive?
Frameshift drive charging.
We checked the planet.
Frameshift drive charging.
What are you gonna do for the next month and a half? Just gonna be SRVing around up at Beagle Point?
Fuel scooping.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I have my PS4 account I could fall back on if I had to wait. Right now I'm dead last, I think.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, this neutron star is gonna take us past 20,000 light years from Earth.
4, 3, 2.
That was convenient. Yeah, I know. All right, this busy system. Look at all this. I'm not gonna take the time to scan it today.
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
Yes, yes.
Frameshift drive supercharged.
You. Yeah,
Frameshift drive
should
charging.
do it. This should do it. Yeah, and we're even 90 light years past.
Fuel scooping complete.
Excellent. There's Earth 20,090 light years away. And there is Beagle Point. 46,000 light years away, so I'm about a third of the way. I'd usually stay. There we go. Oh, he's about 23,000 light years ahead of me. Well, I traveled 6,150 light years today. So I was what, 14,000? Yeah, I'll see you soon, buddy. What about 14,000 light years from Earth? Now I'm 20,000. At these distances, an extra 90 light years or whatever doesn't really make a huge difference. It's 2 jumps. I'm gonna keep going until the bottom of the hour.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, we did good. We did good. I think I set a goal for 60. I set a goal for 60 jumps. And this jump right now was number 60. And I was gonna make 60 jumps in 3 hours. And that would be about, with my 50 light year jump range, that would be about 3,000 light years. And I would definitely make it by then. So there was a schedule there. Now, of course, I'm jumping on average over 100 light years. Yeah, they do. They even admitted as much. Do I have the calculator open still? Oh, jeez. All right. I have jumped 6,208.05 light years in 60 jumps. That's 103.5 light years on average per jump. And my jump range is yeah, thanks for popping in, buddy. My jump range is 53.8. So those neutron stars, they are really killing it.
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, I'll just do another, I don't know, jumps or whatever, in 10 minutes. Well, it is better that the French fries are potatoes than Soylent Green being people. Yeah, it takes a few jumps to get past that. I know I was very, very hesitant when I started out. I crashed into them a lot. Took a long time to do everything.
Frameshift drive charging.
So, but once you start getting it, it becomes easier, and then less hazardous for your health.
Fuel skipping. Fuel skipping complete. Frameshift drive
Ooh, this is definitely the first Class A we've seen today. Better put your sunglasses on. Here comes the light. It'll be interesting to see what the kind of heat these guys have. I know they're really bright, but I'm gonna stop and scan it. What kind of heat get here? Alright, it's the first discovery. That. It's actually quite cool. It's only 7,600 Kelvin. And considering neutron stars are in the millions of kelvins. But there's also, of course, a huge size difference.
Fuel scooping complete.
I mean, the neutron star is really nothing but the core. And you're like, so surface temperature would be hot. We don't know what the core temperature of these guys are. I would expect it to be very similar. This one just looks interesting. Probably going to... It's just going to be another high metal content. Could be a terraforming candidate. Wait to see. Right. I'm just gonna put the brakes on here. Nope. Just rock. Special.
Frameshift drive charging.
And
Frameshift
all right.
charging.
I was gonna stop after this jump, but now I have to do one more jump because I don't want to stop at a neutron star. Then I had to do another jump because I don't want to stop. No, I don't. So we'll check out this neutron star. And we're gonna supercharge and we're gonna do one more jump. That'll be jump number 65. which is a good number.
Warning,
About that.
frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits. Frameshift drive supercharged.
Like you can literally hear the ship being torn apart.
Frameshift drive charging.
All right, this is going to be the last jump for today. Gonna drop in here and stop. And we'll continue from here tomorrow. I'm probably gonna do PC stream tomorrow and Friday. Simply because I have a lot of distance I need to cover to get to Beagle Point.
Fuel scooping.
And I am a little bit behind schedule at this point. There was nothing here, so we don't really have to look for that. So we're just gonna slow down. Put the controller away and say it's a game over.